You hate your job, but you love making money. You hate working, or you say you hate working, but you love being productive. You always look for ways to be more and more productive. And it's like the answer is so obvious, it's right in front of you. But it's just so hard to admit when you're like conditioned by everyone around you. If you're like in this, if you're in school, if you have a job, if you are looking to build your career. I was in this exact same position a couple months back where I was like, while I was in college, I was studying finance. I graduated 3.6 GPA, and I ended up was I was working in accounting, not finance. And once I got my degree, I started applying to finance jobs. And I was like looking at the salaries. I was like, yo, this shit is ass. Because every job that I had thus far was only at max 3 months. And then I had this job for a year. And I was doing this job and all the other jobs. I had 10 jobs all throughout college, while still going to the gym, right? So I was barely getting any sleep. But I was getting my schoolwork done. I did pretty well. I wasn't really studying for tests or doing like homework really well, but I still made it out. I was going to the gym for 2 or 3 hours because I had to maintain the physique and stuff. And but the jobs, they were all just ass. But I was just kept looking forward to the future. I was like, oh, I was gonna make so much more money in the future. I was gonna have this beautiful career. And it's like you get told this by society that go to school, get a job, retire, and get the white picket house, fence, and get this big beautiful house and stuff. And it's like you have to one day just like start like questioning everything that you've ever been taught, because so much of what you've been taught is just so wrong. And it's like until you kind of like explore the jungle or whatever, the darkness, you won't ever really see what the truth is. So you have to really ask yourself, what is it that you really want? Because for me, someone who that I think every human being on planet Earth is an entrepreneur. Every single one of them. Even though if you don't think you are, it's like if you work, whether you have a job or a business, the only difference is you're either selling your time or you're selling a product or service, right? And a product or service is much better to sell as a business rather than as an employee at a job, because your time is limited and everybody has it, right? Everybody can sell their time. It's limited, but it's also infinite supply because anybody and everybody can do it, so it has very low demand. Hence why you get low wages for it. Even like at like the high end of the jobs where it's like, oh, you're making 100K a year, it's like you still get paid 50 an hour, which is like in reality, like businesses that print money are making way more than 50 an hour. But it's like you need to get yourself accustomed to this idea. And so if everybody's an entrepreneur, only the few who admit that they actually want to take their work seriously and actually pursue business as a whole, they're the ones who see the biggest amount of success. But anyone and everyone can have a business, I'm telling you. And it's like, I remember being like 4 months ago, 6 months ago, whatever. I just think business is like the scariest, biggest thing ever. But it's like, it's just a lack of information, lack of knowledge. Because once you like get on the other side, when you start actually seeing how businesses operate, you start seeing like, wait, I could easily have done this too, right? It's like you don't need to be this like big corporation. You don't need to be this like person who has like 80 like employees and like every week you're paying like all this payroll. It's like none of that shit matters, right? Like that's like big corporate business, right? We're not talking about corporate business. We're just talking about being an entrepreneur, someone who markets their service or product and then sells it. It's literally that simple. And it's like I wish I had taken that path so much earlier in life, because anyone and everyone could do it. But most people get trapped into this idea of like, oh, let's just go get a job. Let's just like people don't even ever try to sell anything because there's like so much limiting beliefs around selling and like being greedy for money and like all these weird issues that like once you understand that at the end of the day you're going to this job, whatever job you have, you're going to school for a job, right? It's because you want to make money, right? Like whether or not it's like, oh, I love this major, I love finance, I love psychology. It's like shut the hell up. Like if you did not get paid, if you did not get paid, you would not go, right? I will always say that, right? It's like as soon as they say, oh yeah, we can't make payroll this week, you're quitting, right? You're gonna go look for another job. And it's like, yes, there's safety and security and all of that, but it's like all of that is so fucking bullshit. Like, and it's like once you understand how the mechanics of how the economy actually works, like, retirement's getting like cut. People are getting paid less than ever, and it's like people who are in business, who are entrepreneurs, make so much more money than they would ever need, that the idea of safety and security is not even like a issue for them, right? It's like you're like, oh, but like I get my insurance paid for and I have retirement covered. It's like you can easily learn how to fund your own retirement and pay for your own insurance, and you'll have even way more than that. And it's like it's just so baffling how much of society has like ingrained in the masses. Even you probably, if you're watching this video and you probably hate like a big thing was like I used to tell myself, oh, I hate working, right? But it's like you have to separate every word for what it actually is, right? Your job is your job, right? Your occupation. Work is when you expend energy. And so anything and everything in life, you're working, right? If you are in school, you are working, right? You're learning, right? If you are cleaning the house, you are working, right? If you are reading a book, you are working. You're making your brain work, right? Even if you can't see it, it's still mental, right? It's all mental energy being used, but it's like your job is the thing that you have to actually do to get paid, right? The little tasks and objectives that you have at your company to get paid. And so work and job is separate. So everybody's like, oh, I just wanna quit my job. I hate working, right? But it's like when you tell yourself that I hate working, your brain registers that as you hate expending energy, but you love expending energy. If you didn't expend energy, you'd be bored out of your mind. You'd be sitting around doing nothing. And so you'll see some people talk about the idea of like they want to win the lottery or they want to go on vacation 24/7. But if you've ever been on vacation for a prolonged period of time, you know you get bored. It's so boring. And if you ever thought about even winning the lottery, it's so stupid because you want to win the lottery because you want this excessive amount of money, but you wouldn't even know what to do with the money, right? And that's why so much people who win the lottery end up like spending it recklessly. They lose it all and they just don't know what to do with it. Their life feels lost, right? Like winning the lottery is not something you actually want to do. I'm telling you, there's so much negative implications. Like if you actually studied the psychology of it, you'd be like, yeah, never mind. I don't want to win the lottery, right? And so even playing it is stupid, right? Because the probabilities are so. Nonetheless, right? It's like separate work and job, and then understand that you actually like working, right? You probably look for ways to be more productive. You're like, you build out routines, you build out schedules, you look for a second job, you're in school, whatever it is, you are a productive human being. All humans are wired for productivity, okay? And so once you understand, okay, if I'm a human being who does like being productive, I just need to find what I like being productive in, right? There are probably things in your life right now that you enjoy doing, whether it's like painting or writing or drawing or like programming or coding, something, right? Something of value, but you don't even know how to monetize it, right? You don't know how to get paid for this. But it's like, and that's why you have to learn entrepreneurship, right? You have to learn how to market, as in get exposure to the thing that you can provide to the world, to the marketplace, and then sell it, right? As in like actually being like, this is my price, this is how much I'm gonna charge for it, this is how I package it, this is what I'm gonna do for you, this is what it's gonna do for your business or company or whatever, right? And it's like, it is possible for you to make money way more than you'll ever need, right? Forever, right? You can, like, once you establish the skills of an entrepreneur, which is this marketing and selling, you're good for life. Like money will never be an issue again because you will always have that skill or knowledge or interest that you have developed because it's naturally within you, okay, right? It's like lawyers and doctors who are naturally gravitated towards helping people or like, learning law. They absorb all the knowledge because it feels natural for them, right? Like you're not going to go to school for 5 to 10 years in something you don't enjoy, right? So when you are able to actualize your interest in law or medical, and then you are now qualified, because those are like very important for like whatever, like you need to be qualified for those types of positions. But like, say you were really interested in fitness, right? If you went and got in good shape, or you took some like fitness courses or classes or whatever, and then you got like, you were accredited in a way that way you can now help other people lose weight because that's what you just love doing. You love helping people. You love the science of like weight loss and strength training and stuff like that. Then you could literally do that, right? And it's like all of that has to come from you learning two things. One is that thing that you're actually interested in, the thing that you're naturally gravitating towards, right? And we all have that. Everybody has that. You have interest, even if you don't know it. Take the time to fucking explore yourself. Take the time to figure out what is it that you actually like. Do you like drawing? Do you like writing? Whatever it is, any creative skill, anything that has a value that people want, that's a skill. And it can be high income if you just simply learn about entrepreneurship, which is literally just, with the internet and modern day, you can literally do anything you want in this life. It's actually crazy. Like, we're in the best fucking time ever to get rich and to get freedom, which is what you actually want, right? Like, the whole point of this video was like, you want to work, but you don't want a job. You want to get rich and you want to be productive, but in a vehicle that you actually enjoy. And that vehicle comes in the form of entrepreneurship plus monetizing the thing that you're actually interested in, right? And you can do all of it now. It's all possible. And it's just such a beautiful time to be alive, but it's like you need to become aware of these opportunities, because if you're not, then you're just gonna be miserable your whole life. You're gonna be fucking stuck in a job. You're gonna be fucking forced to have a capped income, and then you're gonna have a shit retirement with it, which are telling you, oh yeah, your retirement's good, you're gonna be good and all, and then you fucking get to the retirement day and there's like not enough money or you die. It's like, why the fuck did you just waste your whole life doing that shit? It's like, you need to pursue yourself and entrepreneurship as soon as you can, because that's the best way to actually reach financial freedom, to make more money than you ever need, and to have more freedom than you ever want. And it's like, I can't believe it took me this long to realize it, but it's like, if you watch these videos, I'm gonna tell you everything that I've been like figuring out for the past couple months. But it's like, if you just pursue this, your skill and entrepreneurship, in the end, you're gonna fucking win. I'm telling you.